And finally, Ed White, who in fact, Amy was the second story in. Edmund White was the first story in, and I printed it out and I read it on a train ride, and I couldn't believe, I was hysterical. I was laughing the whole ride. It's fabulous. So our final reader, and then we'll sign your books.
That's strange, because it wasn't meant to be funny. With all of you people here, I just can't resist making a pitch for. This coming Sunday, I've organized a reading for as a benefit for my sister, who runs a charity to place HIV positive babies, and she's placed 3,000 of them. So she's a miracle worker, and it's going to be at 5 o'clock at the Idlewild Bookshop this coming Sunday, 12 West 19th Street. So please try to come. As I say, it's a benefit. Oh, and the readers will be Peter Carey, John Irving, and me. Somebody said the 3 tenures. I have to warn you, this story, when I showed it to my friend Joyce Carol Oates, she said, I think this is one you might reconsider when you collect them. It's called The Creative Writing Murders. I never go anywhere without my iPod, which is usually rattling my teeth and every bone in my face. Today, I'm listening to great rage-filled yelps by Vivaldi, a soprano biting off words over rapid, stormy, descending passages played by masked violins. The whole thing is called In Furore Lustissima Irae, which I couldn't translate, though I did 2 years of high school Latin in Catholic school 2 decades ago, and of course I speak Spanish. In a fury of lusty, very lusty anger, could it possibly mean that? That captures my mood, exactly. The 2 days a week I come out to Wilford College make me feel invisible and usually depressed. My undergrads seem profoundly incurious about me as a person, though a few of the senior boys check out my breast, but only covertly, never brazenly. The boys and girls are all hooking up with each other, even if no one ever courts anyone else. That must be why they drink so much. Their only seduction method is to fall in a big sodden pile every Saturday and thrash around until they pair off. In furore lustissima irae. Otherwise, the students are all obsessed by their homework and their infernal activities, because everyone here is expected to fence or row and work in a community literacy project and write editorials about Africa or Asia for The Will, as they call the weekly student paper. Everyone is busy, and most of them seem racked by obsessive-compulsive disorder. Nancy wrote a story about a kid who counts all the letters of all the words spoken in her presence. The poor crazed kid's brain was just one quiet adding machine. When I asked on a sudden whim, how many other people in this room do this? Count letters. 4 of the 12 students in the workshop raised their hands. Oh yeah, and Kim, among the others, at least timidly raised her hand too. I didn't say anything. Since I'm the only Hispanic woman in the department, my elderly white colleagues all prize me as if I were the last extant panda in a North American zoo. They would probably like me just as much if I were neurotic and resentful, or frequently absent, or if I insisted on organizing 3-day Chicano festivals. But I'm not like that, which makes them even more grateful. I'm cheerful and prompt, and I've got a book that Copper Canyon has promised to publish if I can just finish 2 more stories. Thank you.